Hey guys, Stable VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Trash or Treasure. Today we're going to continue things off with the Weezing team. If you guys missed out on the last episode, feel free to go check it out. I do explain my thought process on the Weezing team, so if you do want to see like where I'm coming from with why I went neutralizing gas and the move choices that I did go for, feel free to check out that other episode. The pace of the team, the pace and the code, not the pace, but the code of the team is also going to be in the description down below. So if you guys want to give this team a shot, feel free to do so. We're sitting currently at 176 worldwide here on the ladder, which isn't crazy, but nothing, not too shabby if you ask me. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to introduce the question of the day right now, kind of because as we wait for an opponent. So Amoongus is actually rumored to, not rumored, but I guess confirmed now at this point to be making a return in the DLC. People are thinking it's the first one. I also think it is the first one based on the order of the screenshots. So how does this make you feel? Like, do you think it's going to be good for the metagame? Do you think it's going to be bad for the metagame? Or, like, are you just like, oh, Amoongus is so annoying, Rage Powder Spore? Personally, I'm happy Amoongus is coming back. Like, if it's going to stop people from spamming sleep powders and spamming hypnosises to get their sleep off, at least, you know what? Like, I'm okay if you're going to go for an 100% accurate sleep move. You know what? It's in the game, it's in the game. It's fine. Right? Like, I'd rather get hit by a spore than get hit by a sleep powder. Like, every day of the week. If you're going to hit me with a spore, hit me with a spore. I do not want to get hit by a sleep powder. So if it lowers the usage of things like sleep powder and blind hypnosis, I'm all for Amoongus coming back. I also think it's a really good support mod in general. Like, I'm happy for it. Yes, it might kind of make less things viable, but honestly, I think it's a little bit better than like, I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be. Like, people think it's like, oh, it wrecks the game, right? I don't think it's personally like that, but I see where people come from like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I guess I should focus on this game as I have 22 seconds left. Weezing actually looks interesting here because I can shut down Sand again. I'm actually gonna go Weezing Drill, Rillaboom, and Charizard. So basically, I'm gonna go with the same. Thing I ended off last episode with. Very similar team here for my opponents. Well, it actually might be the exact same team. I honestly don't know. It's pretty close because I remember having Dragapult, Kiss, and the Sandcore as well, and a Rotom. So, and a Pult. Yeah, so maybe it is the exact same. It might be the exact same 6, but let's see what my opponent goes for here. He's gonna go Dragapult and Togekiss. So I'm okay with this lead. Nothing crazy here. However, I am gonna immediately burn this Excadrill, and I'm gonna Dynamax to match his max. Neutralizing gas fills the area, and I float in the air with my air balloon. So I am gonna Will-O-Wisp, and I am just going to go for an Steel Spike. I'm gonna max immediately. The only reason I'm maxing immediately is because I feel like he's going to max immediately, which is why I want to go for it, just because I don't want to fall too far behind. If you fall behind with a max Dragapult, it's not a pretty sight. Like, they'll run over you. So, like, I mean, yes, this might be pulling the trigger a little early, but at the same time, if he maxes here with me, it's a requirement almost. Which is kind of a bad thing about Dynamax when you really think about it. Like, if you have to call when they're gonna max to be able to keep up with their Dynamax, it's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, at some points, sometimes it gets fairly obvious, right? But we'll see what he wants to go for here. He is indeed going to Dynamax, so I did get that call right. I mean, that's kind of the game plan when you look at this in team preview. Their game plan is max the Dragapult, right? So, not really a big surprise there. I'm gonna max to match that as well. Give defense boost to Weezing as well, which is also really nice. Weezing doesn't actually take too much damage from a max Phantasm. I mean, I take a lot, don't get me wrong, I take a lot, but honestly I was going to say after +1, but I'm not going to be +1 because it'll put me to -1 defense. But he also might target the drill here, like he might just try to get rid of the drill. But let's see what we get. I'm expecting like a follow me, would be my best assumption here, but let's see. Yep, Togekiss is going to go for the follow me, so hopefully this Steel Spike can pick up this knockout, and we don't have to... We can get the Will-O-Wisp into the correct mon here, but Phantasm gonna go into the Excadrill, gonna do just over half, so that does a lot of damage, a lot more than I needed it to do. Now, is it gonna be Babiri Kiss? I feel like there's a chance it's gonna be Lumberry, but it's probably gonna be. I'm gonna expect Babiri. Steel Spike coming out. Yep, there's the Babiri, so he is gonna survive. I'm honestly okay with that. I really wish I would have Sludge Bombed him, but what can you do? Steel Spike goes out, does a good chunk of damage. If I Sludge Bomb there, I think I'm in a not game winning position, but I got a crit. But I definitely would have been in a lot better of a position. But we're gonna see the Will-O-Wisp come out. gonna connect hopefully. Yep, it does connect. I mean, it doesn't matter that the fact that I hit the kiss is fine. What I do like here is I've successfully stalled out his max with my max. I'm gonna guard here, and he has no way to kill my Weezing now. I mean, I should Sledge Bomb. I really should, and I almost want to. I wonder if Taunt would have been the better. Taunt would have been a good play too. And I have all these tools, and I'm not utilizing them. What do I want to do? Yeah, we're gonna go with this. I'm guarding here just because I don't really want to lose Excadrill. I'm surprised that he went with this play. Is he gonna try and kill my Weezing? I think yeah, he is gonna go for Weezing. Does this kill? Update, that kills. Update, that kills. So definitely a bad turn on my end. I definitely had no reason to guard there then. But it's not the end of the world. Effects of neutralizing gas wear off. There's my mold breaker back. That's fine. Taking a little bit more life orb damage, and Kiss gets a little bit more hurt a little bit more by the burn. Okay. What is the play? I feel like Rillaboom coming in here is relatively safe. Like if he goes for an Airstream into Rillaboom, I'm not too concerned. Yeah, I'm gonna die, but then I'll get a Steel Spike off into the. Like then he's leaving Excadrill on the field, and I feel like Excadrill is the scarier of the two. So. I still fake out Togekiss here every day of the week, because fake out chip and the burn damage will pick up the knockout. And if he leaves Excadrill on the field, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because Steel Spike's going to do a good chunk of damage. Yeah, Rillaboom's going to get the fake out off, so nothing, no movement from this Togekiss on his side of the field. Going to flinch and be unable to move. And Phantasm coming out, where's it going? Yeah, should be the drill. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Completely to be expected right there. I mean, if I would have guarded wouldn't have guarded last turn, I would have been able to guard this turn, but that's alright. I definitely took a hit. On that first few turns there. I don't like that. I don't think this game's over, because A, I have Heat Wave. Does this kill? It does kill the Togekiss. Okay, so I have Heat Wave, which is nice for Excadrill. Which, honestly, normally on this team, I believe is the policy user. So, if he can actually be policy, I'll be very alright with that. What scares me though is this. It's actually going to be the Arcanine coming in, which is very bad for me. How do I want to play this? Rillaboom's attack's going to drop. Charizard's attack's going to drop. I'm okay with that. I mean, the question is, does this Dragapult disappear and go for Phantom Force, or does it stay in and go for like a Dragon Dance? I'm going to actually make the call here. I'm going to say he's going to be Phantom Forcing here. So I'm going to double the Arcanine with an Air Slash and a Knockoff. If I get the flinch, it's fantastic. Yeah, Phantom Force does come out. I'm perfectly fine with that, but I think I need a flinch here because I need to keep Rillaboom alive. Charizard's going to go Air Slash. I am behind. I'm going to admit it right now, I am very far behind in this game, and I got the flinch. So getting that flinch is huge. Knockoff comes out, puts the Arcanine down out of very range, of course, but I mean, I knocked it off anyways. And I wonder if another Air Slash is going to be enough. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock off Heat Wave here, just to make sure this Dragapult goes down. I need to pick it up. Dragapult's going to Phantom Force into the Charizard. Do I even survive this? I do survive that, thankfully. Okay. Damage there is okay. Charizard's going to go Heat Wave. Part of me wishes I would have Air Slashed there. Like, I feel like Air Slash would be better play, but I also don't think it would have killed. So, Arcanine's going to go Flare Blitz. Can I survive this? There's no way, right? He's bandaged? Yeah, I'm not even surviving that. So yeah, the game's over. I think I definitely need to go for the flinch there. Again. But the turning point in this one was when I went for the max guard and I got that call wrong and I let him kill the Weezing. I also could have made a case for Sludge Bombing turn 1 or Taunting turn 1, which would have also been very good, because then that turn I could have just said, okay, I can double Dragapult right now and be fine. Right? But the fact that I basically let Togekiss protect the Dragapult, and I had options to stop it and I didn't take it. So that's my bad. I don't think that's Weezing's fault. I definitely think I just played that poorly. I'm gonna forfeit. There's no point. No point. There's literally a 0% chance I win this game. He just Phantom Forces or even any attack that he wants to go for. Claw, Darts, it's gonna kill me. No point in needing to let that play out. So right now currently 1-2 with Weezing. Not horrible. Not horrible. And like I think Weezing's put in work. Like the game we won was because honestly it was because of Weezing. It shut down that Sandstream shut down the Sandstream proc, which was fantastic. And then even this game, Weezing really should have done something. And it was me that prevented Weezing from doing something. So, still sitting 227, still sitting relatively high on the ladder here. Let's see what we get. Hopefully not the exact same team, but it's kind of all that's on the ladder right now. Looking at my layout right now, I actually potentially spelled the movies wrong. Is it 2 S's at the end or is it 1? It might be 2. Well, if I spelled the movies wrong, I apologize. I mean, I could fix it now, but honestly, if I fix it now and I fix it into the incorrect form, I honestly don't know how to spell it. What do I want to do? What do we get here? Okay, interesting team. We got Diggersby, so that's pretty cool. Hey, you know what? Weezing comes in handy again. It shuts down to huge power. Shuts down, no, it doesn't shut down Disguise. Okay, so I don't shut down Disguise, but I do shut down Competitive, which is pretty cool. So I'm actually just going to lead Weezing-Galar. Power Whip on Gyarados is good to hit Melodic. The only thing that concerns me with a lead like this is the Goodra. So how do I want to beat the Goodra? I feel like Excadrill in the back is a must-have. I guess I could also lead Weezing Excadrill because I shut down Intimidate, right? So I'm not going to be getting intimidated. But I think I also shut down my Mold Breaker, so let's not go with that. I could make a case for Raichu here to get proc policies. In fact, I actually kind of like that. However, I almost want Rillaboom as well. Like, do I need Rillaboom for the Melodic is my question. I don't think I do. I'm going to go Raichu. I am going to go Raichu here. Why? I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like if I can get the policy off onto Drill, it's game over. But we'll see what we get. Alright. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is gonna be any good here, but I really want a redemption against this Cinderace. I really want to play another Cinderace. I feel like I should have brought Weezing into that one, and I didn't. So, getting a chance at redemption against the Cinderace, that's kind of why I wanted to use Weezing like right now too, because the hidden ability starters just got released, right? So like the hidden ability starters are out, they should be popular. I should be able to shut some of those down. But we're gonna see Goodra and Togekiss as a lead. Not fantastic on my end, but not the end of the world. What I am going to do is I'm going to Sludge Ball, and this time I'm going to taunt. Do I want to taunt? I'm going to Waterfall just off the off chance he maxes the Kiss. I think it's super unlikely, but there's a chance. Strange Steam is also a really interesting move. It's like, is it 85 base power, or is it 90? I don't know. I want to say 85 base power, and it has a 20% chance to confuse the target. I want to say. Something crazy like that. So, getting confusion is always never gonna complain about confusion. I mean, of course I'm gonna complain if I'm the one getting confused, but I'm not gonna complain if I can get it as a secondary effect when I'm using music. So Goodra is actually gonna max. That's fine. Maybe I should have been a little bit more committed to killing the Togekiss here, but stopping a potential a follow me on the following turn is just as fine in my books. I actually might not even outspeed this Goodra with my Gyarados, which would be very sad. But let's see. Gyarados is indeed going to go Waterfall, so I didn't taunt. I chose not to taunt, I guess. Alright. Interesting. So this Wormwind coming out right here, that's obviously going to go into Gyarados. I should take that, I'm pretty bulky. Yeah. Okay, so Gyarados takes that, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't really need an attack stat. Weezing's attack's going to fall, Gyarados' attack's going to fall. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to guard next, protect my Gyarados next turn because he's going to go after the kill. And Togekiss takes huge damage from that Sludge Bomb, and I get the poison. Alright, so Weezing putting in work, that actually did a good chunk of damage. Like, I have like 4 special attack or something dumb like that. So like, surprising that to a Togekiss, I know it's super effective and stab, but I don't know, I still don't expect it to be doing that much. I might just do a Strange Steam to finish it off. That way if he switches or anything. Like, if I can stall out his max simply with a Gyarados and a Weezing, that's pretty impressive. But, I mean, it's just a Goodra, it's nothing crazy, but still. Togekiss is actually going to go Ally Switch, so we're going to get the Strange Steam off into this Goodra, which honestly I find pretty funny. And Goodra's going to Quake, he must not have seen the Air Balloon. Thank you, Weezing. And Strange Steam is going to go off into Goodra, and it's going to connect. No policies, and we get to Confusion. Alright, so Strange Steam, it is a policy, never mind. But we do get the Confusion at least, which I mean, it's respectable. And Togekiss here going to get chipped down a little bit from this poison. Actually going to die to the poison, which is great. So far so good. We have Excadrill in the back. I'm not concerned that this Goodra's got policy up. I mean, I'm going to be faster than it. Does not concern me whatsoever. Like I'm honestly starting to think Weezing could have a niche. It's obviously got to be used properly though. Like it's annoying sometimes to shut down your own intimidates. It's annoying to shut down your own abilities. But sometimes I feel like just sometimes it could be a niche. I don't know. I think there might be a niche here. Like I'm shutting down huge power right now, which is fantastic. And I'm Will-O-Wisping. 100% gonna just click the Will-O-Wisp here. Do I want to? I don't really want to Strange Steam again. I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp the Diggersby, and honestly, I'm just gonna Waterfall it, get damage off onto it. Don't know if I'm actually gonna. I don't think this will kill, by any means, because I am -1 because of a Wormwind. In fact, I might even lose Gyarados. So, Diggersby could go for the Rock, but he could also go like Thunder Punch, which honestly I wouldn't be surprised if he went for. But like I said, I've stalled out his max. I still have my max, and I'm in a very, very good spot right now. Diggersby's actually going to go Foul Play. Foul Play going to connect into Gyarados, and it's not going to connect thanks to the Wormwind defense attack drop. Gyarados looking to be getting a Waterfall off, and I will. So fantastic here. Diggersby is not going to drop. Maybe I should have just Strange Steamed to kill it. Goodra's confused. Let's see what we got here. Goodra's going to get a max squeeze off. I'm okay with that. That's probably going to go into Weezing. Okay, perfect. Does that kill me? No. Okay. Weezing's going to survive there, so honestly I was a bit surprised that Weezing took that took that relatively well. That's +2. I mean, I guess it's not stab on his end, which makes sense. But Weezing is going to connect the Will-O-Wisp here, going to connect into the Diggersby and burn it, which is fantastic. Okay, I almost think it's best case scenario to lose both my Pokemon here. As weird as that may sound. As weird as that may sound, is it best case scenario to lose both of my Mons right here? I guess I could keep Gyarados around. I guess there's no harm in foul in doing that. So I'll Strange Steam the Goodra if I get a chance, and I'm gonna guard, protect, I should say. I was gonna say if I lose both Mons, I can come into Raichu, Brick Break, Earthquake, but I mean I can always do that later on in the game as well. Like Diggersby isn't a threat right now. Of course I lose Weezing here before I get damage off, unless he gets hit in Confusion, which is always an option. And Goodra does hit itself in Confusion, and because of the +2, it's gonna do a little bit more than expected. Strange Steam comes out, connects into the Goodra, does not pick up a knockout. No. Does a good chunk of damage though, and now we're in a spot where I'm okay to lose both Pokemon. So getting that Confusion there was huge, but I mean, I don't think we really needed it. I'll go for something like a Strange Steam. I'm gonna kill the Diggersby here, like double the Diggersby. No reason for me to try to do anything else. I mean, I could keep. I mean, that's another option. I could have tried to keep Weezing alive in the back, but I honestly don't think it's a necessity here. Diggersby gonna lose some HP. It's actually gonna die to a burn, which is fantastic. So it's gonna be a 2v2 in the end game, and I still have my Dynamax for Grow. And I'm 100% going to be killing the Goodra. Yeah, shutting down foul, huge power was big. Okay, what do I want to do? I say what I want to do, but I just have to send in 2 Pokemon. But I think I'm going to self-Brick Break. The only way I don't is dependent on what he comes into here. I could also go for a Fake Out and then Max Quick. Yeah, it's Arcanine coming in here, that's fine. What does scare me is Arcanine's going to be faster. So how do I want to play this? I think I just Fake Out Arcanine, kill Goodra. I have no reason not to do that right now. The next turn... Yeah, the next turn I can go for a Nuzzle and a Quake into the Arcanine. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Yeah, Steel Spike or Quake? Should I Steel Spike or Quake? I don't know. The question is if it's going to be Special Arcanine or Physical. I think it's it's scarier if he's Physical, because I'm going to live like a Heat Wave or a Flamethrower anyway. So I'm going to Steel Spike, and next turn I'm going to go for the Quake anyways. So this way I get a boost on both of my defenses, which is the way to go. Honestly, this game should just be forfeited. I would assume. I mean, I guess technically, if he's like Choice Banded Arcanine or something, he could technically pull this one back by killing my Drill. So maybe not quite the time to forfeit yet. But Drill here is gonna kill the Goodra. I'll be shocked if this Goodra has anything like Protect. But if he has Protect, I mean, good on him. It's good play. But I don't think he will. Goodras don't normally run that. Yeah, so no Protect coming out from either of my opponents too much. We get to see the speed here on Arcanine and Drill here. We do see Arcanine is faster as expected. Steel Spike's going to come out, going to be enough to knock out this Goodra. Okay, so we're in a spot here where we could go for something like a self-Brick Break. And what I think I'm going to do is just to cover all my options of this guy potentially being Choice Banded, I'm going to Guard and Nuzzle. And then next turn I'll self-Brick Break and Quake, and that'll end the game. This is a 100% win condition. The only way this is not 100% is if he nuzzles, is if he's Lumberry, but something tells me he's not going to be Lumberry. And if he is Lumberry, the next turn I just go for another nuzzle and a quick. I mean, it's game over, because if he's Lumberry, he can't kill Drill. So let's see what my opponent wants to go for. But yeah, Weezing put in work here. Like, honestly, Weezing put in work. I think I'm going to go one more with Weezing, just because I'm kind of undecided on it right now. Like, I can feel there's a niche for it, but I just don't know exactly where it is quite yet. It's looking good here. It definitely put in work, shut down to huge power. I mean, it also prevents Kiss from maxing and getting stuff off like follow me, and max super luck damage, right? Super luck is annoying. But I guess you also, like in this case, you can't really bring Melodic because I shut down competitive, right? So I could just lead Intimidate right into competitive or even Defiant. It won't matter, which I think is a huge plus. Yeah, now this game's just overall quick, and I'm actually gonna self brick break. I don't think he'll let me get it off, but I'll go for it. I'm assuming he just forfeits here. Like at this point, there's no way he can win this. Although I am -1 drill. Like I guess it could quote unquote be policy Arcanine, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Like there's just not enough stuff that Arcanine's weak to that are coverage moves, you know? Like I feel like policy is great on when you can get hit by a coverage move. Like Venusaur runs Earth Power. If I Dynamax my Ice Drill, it's not even doing 50% to me, right? That's a coverage move that's not doing a lot. However, Stab is scary, right? Same, or when you can self-proc it. It's tough to I don't even think you can prioritize self-proc a weakness policy on an Arcanine. I don't think there's a ground. What hits it? Ground? Oh, I guess you could Aqua Jet. But Arcanine's gonna drop there to the +1 max break, and we do get ourselves brick break off, which is nice. All right, thank you guys. This is gonna be it. I'm gonna come back in one more episode with Weezing, as I just mentioned, because obviously, like I said, I'm undecided. I really want to say it's actually gonna be like it's kind of got a niche in the format right now, and I honestly think it does. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. But I am gonna bring it back for one more episode, just because I really want to see if it can do a little bit more than what it's done so far. But other than that, I really need to work on an outro. I need to work on an outro. I don't have one. But other than that, thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode.